Hello, I'm Christine Taylor. Today I'm going to be discussing what an AUP is, the purpose of an AUP, and provide a brief overview of the AUP of Mount Lebanon School District located in Mount Lebanon, Pennsylvania. AUP is short for Acceptable Use Policy. An Internet Acceptable Use Policy should define the purpose of the policy. It should also include what is deemed acceptable use and unacceptable use of the Internet and network systems. The policy should also include consequences for violating the policy, as well as permission forms for both parents, staff, students, and faculty to sign in acknowledgement of the policy. In other words, a AUP outlines the terms and conditions of Internet use, rules of online behavior, access privileges, and penalties for violating the policy. The Children's Internet Protection Act requires any school receiving E-rate funds to protect students against obscenities, child pornography, or any other material or content that could be considered harmful to minors. The purpose of an AUP is to provide faculty, staff, students, and parents a clearly defined policy as it pertains to the use of the Internet, network, and other technologies. It helps to ensure that all users use the Internet safely and properly. The policy will also help to ensure the integrity of a school's network through defining the appropriate use and access of the Internet. The expense of maintaining network systems and associated technologies are lessened when all users adhere to the policy. Now that we've reviewed what an AUP is and the purpose of an AUP in a school setting, let's take a brief look at Mount Lebanon School District's AUP. Ultimately, it is any school's goal to provide faculty, staff, students, and parents access to the district's network and equipment for the purpose of supporting learning and other educationally based uses. However, the statement, access to the district's network is a privilege and not a right, is a clear indication that if users do not adhere to the AUP policy, that privilege will certainly be revoked. Instead of creating different policies for students, parents, faculty, and staff, Mount Lebanon has opted to use a universal policy for all parties involved. In order to ensure that all users and all potential users are aware of the policy, copies will be available online in staff and student handbooks, as well as included in a mailing to parents regarding their student schedule for the upcoming school year. It is key to establish the importance of abiding by the AUP. This can easily be done by discussing the policy at the grade level orientations prior to the start of the school year. At this time, parents will be able to return a signed copy of the AUP form, as well as ask any questions they may have regarding the policy. Although students and parents will have access to the policy online and in the student handbook, it is the expectation of the district that every quarter, teachers and faculty will review key elements of the policy with the students. Students should be reminded of what is considered acceptable use as well as what is considered unacceptable use. It is also the expectation that faculty and staff will monitor student use to ensure that students are using the Internet safely and the equipment properly. Any inappropriate use should be immediately reported to the student's administrator, counselor, and parent, as well as the director of technology. The district is always seeking to fine-tune the policy to ensure that it is the best policy put forward to ensure student safety. In Part 2 of the project, we will take a more critical look at the policy and provide suggestions for improvement. I hope that this presentation has been helpful, and thank you for listening.